they look like after 1,000 kilometers have been put on them.
Hey, welcome back to Bigfoot Ultra Running. This is Brad. Today we're at Black Hill with just over 1 week to go until this year's Heysen 115km Ultra Marathon. So yeah, it's Friday today. Next Saturday is the day of the event, so looking forward to that. Got to say, this year's been a bit different than other years as far as my Heysen preparation goes. Bit of a tough year myself, and it almost feels like at the moment I'm kind of in autopilot mode as far as the Heysen goes. But I know as soon as I get to Victor Harbor Friday and I start seeing those Heysen banners up and all the runners, you know, in their preparation walking around, it's gonna hit me, and I'm really looking forward to that. Week to go to the Heysen. Let's go. Oh yeah, by the way, the weather for the Heysen's looking okay. Next Wednesday is looking a bit scary at 28 degrees predicted. By Saturday at the moment anyway, they're predicting it going back down to 19 or 20 degrees, but obviously with over a week to go that could change. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll just take whatever comes our way, and yeah, let's start looking forward to the Heysen. I'm listening to an audio book at the moment, The Long Walk by Stephen King, which is quite fitting for what I'm trying to mentally prepare myself for if you're about to run the Heysen. Yeah, go for it. Ultra Olympus 5s. Not sure if I'll wear these on the day or the speed goats. I'm leaning towards the Hoka speed goats at this point. Good old Black Hill. Love this place. So one thing I'm going to do a little bit differently this Heysen is just try and start off a little bit slower. Last time I started off pretty quick for me and kind of paid for it towards the end. I reckon if I start a bit slower, I can easily make up that time by finishing a bit stronger. So yeah, even though I didn't film a training vlog, or even though there's been a bit of a drought with my channel, I'm still going to put a Heysen video together. So another way this year's been a bit different than other years is I haven't really had to encounter any injuries. I don't want to jinx myself today, but yeah, when I first started trail running about 6 years ago, I was kind of always in a constant injury cycle. I'd kind of have 3 good months and I'd have a bit of an injury, a couple of months, you know, getting through some niggles, and then a bit of a cycle where this was supposed to last 2 years. I haven't really encountered that as much. This year probably being my most resilient year, injury-wise. Even after 10 weeks of 100k weeks in a row, I haven't really had any sort of sore spots or niggles. It's more just that dead feeling and running on tight legs. Yeah, honestly it feels like leading into this taper week at the right time, which yeah, should be a good sign for next Saturday, hopefully. I might even compare a bit of last year's training to this year's training. It doesn't feel like I've had the same kind of training this year, just because of the inconsistency. It's been a bit more up and down, but I reckon I might be surprised. I'm hoping I've had more 100km weeks, more consecutive 100k weeks. I'm hoping I see more of those 30km plus runs. That would be a good confidence boost. A lot of my runs have been off the trails though, so that's another thing to consider. Where in previous years was pretty much all on the trails, so yeah. At this point though, with a week to go, I kind of want to look on the bright side and, if anything, get a bit of a confidence boost, so but at the same time be realistic. Because yeah, the way I pace myself on Saturday is going to be pretty important. If I can avoid the kind of cramping. I don't normally cramp up, but at the 5 peaks, bit of a wake-up call. If I can avoid that kind of cramping, it'll be a completely different type of day than if I have to manage that again. Once that set in during the 5 peaks, it was just a matter of, can I finish the race? Where with the Heysen, I still want to push for a PB if I can. Yeah, the gold belt buckle was tempting, but I think to knock a whole hour and more off my time, it's going to have to get pretty brutal. That's often the kind of decision I make up on the day. It often just happens, but this year I think I need to enjoy it. Just with the kind of year I've had, I don't want this to be something I don't look forward to. Yeah. How's that view? It's about this, man. This is what it's about. Getting out, having something to focus on. For me, trail running's been really important, just to have that one thing that's mine to focus on. Where it's nice having that one thing just for yourself that allows you to still get at it. And I really enjoy the training process. That's probably, yeah, like I've always had a sport that I've been into, or some kind of a passion, and yeah, trail running's just become that for me. So yeah, looking forward to the Heysen, but want to push it, but also want to make sure I still enjoy the process. And yeah, it's moments like this when you get to the top of a hill where, yeah, I just love this. Alright, and if that's your drink bottle, you might want to come and get it. Alright, I might head back this way and then weave my way back down to the car. Thinking through what I still need to organise, and yeah, the fact that I might not have the family there on the day, or considering it a bonus, means I need to be a bit more careful with my drop bags, and I don't want to leave that to the last minute, so I'm going to start packing them this weekend, I reckon. Just allow a few days to sort of have them laid out, and don't need to make any last minute changes. Alright, just heading down to the car now. I've got 0% battery left, so if it runs out, I'll see you next time. Alright, so made it back in one piece, no injuries. That would suck with a week to go. Got changed and I'm about to go pick up Grace from her friend's house like a normal human being that isn't dripping in sweat.